Well, well. I tell you, my friends. So it's what 12 minutes in. I've been talking to myself, and I did not realize that I wasn't live. Yeah, I didn't click the button go live. I put myself in the chat. I did all of that good stuff, and I'm just carrying on. I'm just carrying on, and I had no idea at all that I was in the chat. So let me rewind everything, and let me try to remember everything I've been saying for the last 12 to 15 minutes. And first of all, I want to tell you, welcome in on chat. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me. And today is the first of the month. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. If you're in here, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let me know I can hear, or what's up, Eco, or something. Just let me know that you can hear because for the last about 15 minutes, I've been talking to myself and I didn't even realize it. And for Gigi's situation, I ain't tardy. You know, I was here. I was talking. I was going through a situation. But yeah, D Jackson, what's up? I hate when that happens too because I I really share some things, and I'm gonna try my best to recall some of those things. My memory not always the best, and um, we're gonna do the best we can. What's up, D Jackson? Many blessings to you. What's up, Gigi? Safe driving. Safe driving. Be safe, baby. Belinda, how you doing? How you doing? I am Janet Alex. What's up? What's going on? What's up to you? I love that background you got going on. Look like it's at the beach or something like that. I'm feeling that. Got to make my way to the beach real soon because the weather is getting right. It's getting tight. It's getting hot. Even from the day to the night, it's getting real. It's getting real. So welcome on in. Hope you all are having a beautiful day. It's the first of the month. Some of y'all are just getting paid. Some of y'all are beginning to prepare for the summer. Some of y'all are glad that April is gone. Some of y'all are welcoming in this May, and it's a brand new May, y'all. This is the only May we're going to get here in 2024. What are you going to do to seize that opportunity? What are you going to do to allow May 24 to be your memorable month of this year? What are you going to do to just change the trajectory of this whole year based on this month? So I'm hopeful that you all are doing well. I hope y'all are prospering. I hope everything is going good to you. And today I just want to have a conversation. And the topic, I know it's a pop up. I know rarely do pop up lives, but hey, every now and then you got to change up, you got to mix it up. But I want to start this month out impactful. I say it's the first day of the month. I was inspired to do this live because I'm like, man, I really want to motivate some people to really focus on who around you and what's around you and focus on your situation because we all got situations. You know what I'm saying? Some of us in the season of plenty, some of us in the season of growth, some of us in the season of um of building patience. Some of us are in the season of just strengthening. That means you're going through a lot of turmoil, you're going through a lot of stress, you're going through a lot of different things, but you are in that season. But just remember, it's a season, whether you're in the season of plenty or whether you're in the season of just, I need. It's temporary. But one thing about it, today is the opportunity for you to make a change or to adjust or to increase what you're trying to do. So I'm hoping that this month is very explosive for you in a positive way. I hope your family is safe. I hope your health is secured. I hope that you speak blessings no matter where you go. Try to speak life no matter where you're going, what's going on. I see Belinda got some T's in the chat. Y'all go ahead and put some T's in the chat. I know it's not Eco Nation News, but anytime I'm live and you're feeling thankful, you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, and I'm fighting these bugs, I'm going to continue to fight these bugs. I ain't giving up the fight. Even though they got me outnumbered, I ain't giving up the fight. But if you know you're thankful, you know God is good, you know that you wasn't here because of something you did, you know it's only grace and mercy. Go ahead and put some T's in the chat. And because I know I am thankful, matter of fact, I'm finna put some T's in the chat myself. I see Belinda did the triple T. Belinda, also congratulations to you, my friend. Congratulations to you. You already know I'm proud of you. Keep growing, keep doing what you're doing. This is just the beginning. I know some good, beautiful things gonna come to you and come your way. And I'm wishing you and your fam nothing but the best. And I know you got this. And my friend, Trouble don't last long. Enjoy coming in the morning and make sure you soak up every single moment of your situation that is positive in your life. And then make sure you use every situation that is challenging as a learning tool. So I'm wishing you nothing but the best, Belinda. Much love to you. And I'm so proud of you on your accomplishment. Nothing but much love to you. Dave Busby, what's going on? What's going on, my friend? Hello, fam, as well to you. Miss D, Hollywood Garden, how you doing? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Hawaii is definitely in the house. Much love to Hawaii. Oh my goodness. Don't care too much for flying, but if I had to fly, one of those destinations would definitely be Hawaii. Definitely be Hawaii. It's something about that beautiful weather that I hear about. I was told I've been to Hawaii, but I was much young. I don't remember much of it. I've been a little bit of everywhere, but it was in my youth. I don't really remember a lot of it. But much love to you, and that's that beautiful background. Yeah, yeah. So I see some T's in the chat. Steve Jackson got some pluses in the chat. I don't know if that's a plus, but plus. I'll take the plus. I'll take the plus. Yeah. Dave Busby got some T's as well. You welcome, Belinda. You welcome. And this is just the beginning. Like I said, get ready. Take off. Take off. Mazik LB. What's going on, Mazik? Number love for you. You caught this one. Good to see you. Good to see you. I know it's an impromptu, but I'm glad to hear you. You definitely thankful, Mazik. And today, I'm not gonna keep you that long. I'm not gonna hold you that long, but I want to talk about friends, you know. A lot of times in this life and in this world, we may we got some challenges. I'm just here to be just frank with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm gonna be upfront, no chaser. I'm just letting you know that life is good for some, life is challenging for others, and life is really a struggle for quite a bit of people. From what I'm looking at, I'm looking at a lot of people in my and when I look at things and I look at people and I look at people's testimonies, I feel like I walk through them through that testimony. And when I see heartfelt, and what I mean by heartfelt, just true and honest testimony, I see some people struggling out here. And I ain't just talking about housing. I'm talking about career wise. I see a lot of youth. They're getting ready to embark on their new journey. We got a lot of people getting ready to graduate this month. Congratulations to all of my high schoolers, collegiate, everybody's finishing programs. I want to tell you congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you in the future doing great things. And I want to first tell you, don't give up on your dreams. Now, your dreams are not based on what your mama, your granddaddy, your auntie, none of that. Your dreams are based on what's in your core, what's in your purpose, what's in your design, what's in your makeup, right? Your dreams are embedded into you. You didn't have a choice about your dreams. Your goals and your purpose and your desires, they are ingrained in your moral fiber. They are the things that tell you yes and no. They are the things that keep burning at you, to keep gnawing at you. Now understand, not all your dreams should be kept sacred. It should be kept, it should be protected. It should be strengthened. It should be fortified. And you should surround yourself by people that embrace and respect your dreams and respect your ideas. And some of those people may change. Your circle may change. The people around you may change. Some of those things may come where you meet disappointment. You may, it's something about a friend, you know. Sometimes friends, they seem like people say they come and they go, but those real friends, they there to last, you know. They may not always understand what you're going through. They may not always pick up the phone or send a text or send an email, and especially if you ain't communicating back. Sometimes you may feel open and you may feel like alone, but those dreams will burn that itch inside of you. And if you try to suppress them and you try to not focus on that or you put them on the shelf, they're gonna always be gnawing at you, right? You put things to the side and you put other things ahead of it, it's gonna always be gnawing at you, right? That's your passion, that's your dreams. But what I want to talk about is some of your support system and some of your friends. Friends, they vary, right? Let me go through this little snippet of I wrote down some things on what I say friends. Friends are individuals who shares a bond. You got a connectivity. You ain't forcing nothing. It's just something naturally flow with you. Don't mean you got the same hobbies or nothing like that, but you got the same ideal, the same foundation piece to you, right? There's a love, there's a bond that you can't explain. And I ain't talking about no touchy feely type things. You can be pissed off at each other. You can even come to a disagreement, but it's still something that draws you back, just draws you closer. That we call that mutual affection, right? That mutual affection is it's agape love, but it's also deeper than agape love. It's one of those things where I can't pull away. I always find myself connecting with this individual. Then this friend has a trust, right? Now, does this mean that this friend is perfect? By no means. We all human. We bleed. We breathe air. We exhale air. We are not perfect by no means, but the goal is not to harm, not to hurt. You feel safe around this person. Doesn't mean that that friend had not let you down sometimes, but somehow you find that way to forgive and to bond, or you should, because a friend you're gonna know them from the gut, from the core, right? That friend is also a support system. Now, when I say support, I'm not talking about, yeah, Rob, yeah, Eco, everything you do is butter, everything you do is gravy. I love it, I love it. That friend to be like, I ain't feeling that, Eco. Okay, I get that, but I wouldn't do it like that. Let me show you something which I would do. But you know what? In the end, if this is the decision you make, I support you. And if I can help in any kind of way that I can, I will help. Now, friend does not put you and put them in bad or harm's way, right? And let me explain that. I ain't talking about jumping in front of a car, because some stuff that we do, like for instance, when I caught this guy stabbing this guy and no one saw this guy, I went after this guy. I chased this guy until they apprehended this guy, right? Me and one of my coworkers. Was I that man's friend? Right? I may have did something heroic, or I might have did something to save the situation. But sometimes friends may let you down. And what I mean by that is not the intention, but something may have happened to you and you have these expectations that this friend should have did this, A, B, and C, or should have did 1, 2, and 3 steps. And they may have did step 5 and 6, but they didn't do 1, 2, and 3. And I seen friends destroy their relationship based on one individual expectation. And that friend could have misread or could have not known what to say, not what to do, or could have been afraid, or could have been distracted, right? Because we all have our own things. I've heard times where people they spent decades at odds with each other. And one friend felt like after something tragic happened in their life, their friend should have been there right there by their hospital bed. And they didn't know their friend parent was going through something and basically lost their life later on, but they quit talking. And they didn't know that that situation would happen simultaneously with that same person. So when we know we got a friend, we know we got somebody, we need to be open. We need to be willing to listen. We need to be willing to understand that we got expectations is different from what a friend should do. Because sometimes expectations will get in the way and cloud our judgment on what is a friend. We engage in activities. Now, one thing about a friend, they're going to engage in activities. Doesn't mean that every day you're going to call. Doesn't mean that every day you're going to come over and meet and have lunch and do this and do that. Some friends may not talk for 5, 6, 2, and 3 years, and people say that ain't no friend. Well, I beg the difference because I seen people I can talk to every day, and you can say one thing, or you could tell them that special two-letter word that's a curse to most relationships. That two letter, not word, but that two-letter, yes, two-letter word, no. You can say no, and you can lose a relationship when you talk to somebody every single day, or not right now, or not at this time, or I ain't feeling that, and people will cut you off. And we're in that day and age what we call ghosting, unfriend you, block you, just because you said one or two things. So some people say that ain't a friend. So there are times where we got end. The word end means to the end. I don't know about that. That we had people, one of the book of life talked about the Messiah came down and about to lose his life and be put to death. And his friends that he took to another level couldn't even hang out and stay away from him to support him. But that was still his friend. Even when he came back, those were still his friends. So just make sure you take the time to understand the people who are really there for you. They deeply have a intimate relationship with you. They truly are trying to make sure you're happy, you're well, you're mentally whole, you're physically whole, and they're willing to do whatever it takes because it's going to be some challenging time, y'all. It's already some challenging time. I'm watching people get put out. I'm watching people going through a lot of different things, right? What's up? What's up? Shiny 2003. How you doing? We watching. Mess with them chickens. All right. Be careful with them chickens. Some of them turn on you. Is that Shy? What's up, Shy? What's going on, Shy? Many blessings to you, Shy. I'm glad you came on in, Shy. Good to see you. But we watching. We watching where I remember some of my lowest points in my life where some people that I consider to be my friend, I disappointed them. And it wasn't intentionally, but they turned and looked at me almost like, man, you done dropped off. Man, what you doing? Times got tough for me. And some people like, hey, whatever you're going through, I can't explain. I just don't want it on me. Whatever you got going on, some bad omens or whatever, I don't want it on me. I get that. But my question is, what happens when you're in that situation? And I'm trying to share with you all. There are people going through some health situations, some financial situations. This is the first of the month. It can be good. Some families can get fed the first of the month. Some bills can get paid the first of the month. Some vacation trips can be getting ready to be prepared. Some cruises, some celebration, some happiness in being here alive can take place. And it's all these different things that's going on. But when the chips get to falling, who are your friends? Who are your friends? It's not about the quantity, but it's the quality. It's quality over quantity. Don't feel like you lacking because you don't have a quantity of friends, but look at the quality of the friends and make sure that y'all depend on each other. Y'all love one another. You fellowship with one another. You support one another. You encourage one another. You keep your finger on the pulse. Make sure that heart is beating. You make sure things are solid. And then you also protect your friends, right? That means you don't agree with them all the time. You don't you don't always say yeah, yeah, yeah when it should be no, 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 or maybe you should or maybe you shouldn't. But one of the things that I want to kind of encourage you all to do is look around. While you good, while you whole, look around. See um see some of the things that your friends are doing. and cherish those situations. But also look for opportunities to bless your friends. You know, a lot of times we love to receive, but sometimes we don't pay attention and we think our friends got it all together. But it may not. They might not need money sometimes. They might just need I love you text. What's up? Thinking about you. They might love to get a card. They might love to see something a little bit unique and a little bit different from you. And one thing about it is there's no price on friends. There's not a tag on what you call a friend. And when we talk about support, I mean just offer encouragement. Sometimes people just need validation, right? They working on a project and it ain't turning out the way they want to turn it out. They just need that confirmation sometimes. And they don't even realize they need it. They just need that confirmation, be like, keep pushing, keep going, keep on growing, right? Sometimes they just need a cheerleader, a fan base, right? Some of y'all in the chat, man, y'all just send or share out a video, man. That means a lot. Or just your comments in the live chat, just to know you there. That's priceless. You know what I'm saying? That's like a supportive system. And I respect and I value your time because your time and y'all, my friends that are on YouTube, for you to just say just hi or hello instead of staying back there in the weeds to just let me know you there because sometimes I go back and I look. I said, man, I look at some of the comments and here recently, I rarely do this, but I went back here recently and I looked at some of the comments when we started this journey. I looked at comments when before we started this journey, and some of y'all are still here, and some of y'all are still in that supportive role. And I just say, I appreciate you. And that's what I call reliable. You know, it's important that your friend is reliable. Doesn't mean that every morning at 8 o'clock they're gonna call me or text me. But it means when I need you, you're there. And I just got a feeling that doesn't mean that when I make that call, they're gonna answer. But what it does mean is that they're gonna return that call, or they're gonna hit me up, or they're gonna make sure everything's okay. They're gonna follow up. Follow up is important. It is so important. And another attribute about friends, they accept you. They accept who you are, flaws and all. They accept the core fiber of who you are, right? They may not agree with some of your things and your antics and some of even your habits or some of your things you go through, but your core person, they believe in that. They accept it. And they look at your pureness, they look at your truthfulness, because when you release and all the lights are off, all the cameras are off, and all the selfies been taken, and you sit down and you look that friend eye to eye and you had that whole conversation, that friend is there to listen. And that friend understands that, hey, I get that. I understand that's the way you feel. Even though they may not handle that situation, even though they might not even feel the same thing you feel, because y'all are two totally individuals. But what they do, they communicate that, hey, I haven't been where you've been. I couldn't even fathom what you're going through. They communicate that I would have did this, I would have did that, but I respect the fact that you did this, and I understand that this is the decision made, right? Now, what we're going to do going forward, because I ain't going to let you do it alone. I'm going to be their support system for you to let you know that, hey, you got to pay the piper, my friend. You got to go through this, and I'm going to support you any kind of way that I can. But there's an accountability factor that has to happen. And some of us, we lose so many good, darn friends because we don't want to hold each other accountable. We don't want to disagree. We don't want to disappoint. We don't want to let nobody down. And what I'm seeing in this society is we losing compassion. and we're running a whole lot. I see. I think everybody that coming now, the babies being born now, got track shoes on. We're not willing to go through the fire. We're not willing to see somebody at their lowest. We're not willing to be that foundation, that support system, let them not drop that low. But when it gets a little bit squirrely, a little bit funny, we gone. We step away. We get back instead of jumping in. Doesn't mean that, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there through the mud with you, but it means that, hey, you jumped in that mud. I got some sticks, I got some rope right here, and I'm here for you. And when you get out, you get ready to clean yourself out, man, I got you. Don't mean you jump in that mud. You shouldn't want for your friend to go through what you're going through if you know it's something that ain't right. A friend, a true friend, shouldn't want that person because I'm doing crack. Hey, you need to go crack to understand what it sounds foolish like that, but sometimes in our relationships with our friends, we feel like they should hurt just like I hurt. And it don't feel good unless they going through what we going through. And that's selfish. That's a selfish situation. And you got to examine yourself. Are you being a good friend? So take a self-evaluation. Are you being a good friend? Are you truly being there, right? Because at the end of the day, we got to be there for each other, you know? So, what's up, gardening is great. Texting can be misunderstood sometimes. It's good to pick up a phone sometimes. That's so true. I remember, and I'm dating myself, but I remember when we used to have beepers, and then we do codes. And I also remember we had cell phones, and we had to speak in code real quick because we didn't want the minutes to stack up. You know, you have a long conversation, you got a high monthly cell phone bill, so we be me on Main Street. Yeah, okay, I got it. You want me to go over to on Mayo Street? Gotcha. But sometimes that ain't what it means. Sometimes even a phone conversation not what it means. Sometimes looking at somebody in their eyes, seeing their demeanors, still don't mean that's what they mean. That's why communication is so important. It's some friends, they do better texting than they do face to face. Some people say, oh, that's a friend. Whatever floats your boat, whatever worked for you. Who are we to judge? We ain't in that relationship, right? It's some friends who have never physically met. And then we find that odd, but you go back in time, once again, I'm dating myself, you had pen pals. I've heard pen pals that had met for 30 years, and this pen pal has been there through hospitalization, through death, through turmoil, through heartbreak, through a lot of stuff, and they've been pen pals and never met. Took them 30 years to meet, and they still the best of friends. So it's kind of like a relationship, intimate relationship. You can't get involved with a friendship. You all have your own intimate personal relationship. We all know what it takes for each other. So I always say, and I always encourage you all, examine yourself, examine what's beneficial to you, examine what's flourishing in your life, examine who you are, and then examine what promotes that, what allows that to flourish, and then examine who you can also be a blessing to, who will also accept you in and allow you to be a blessing to them. Because at the end of the day, friends come in many shapes and sizes. Um, when I dealt with education and training in the prison system for years, well over a decade, I knew friends never seen each other. One was behind gates, behind bars, out of state. And I've read letters from some of these individuals where they said, you are a true friend indeed. You saved my life. You were there when my family wasn't there. You were there when the people around me wasn't there, when my childhood friends wasn't there. So I seen all kinds of different things. And who am I to jump in that relationship and say, that ain't a friend. That's really, you don't know that person, or this and that. I think we have to self evaluate. We have to open up. We have to really know ourselves and know our relationship that we have with one another and embrace it. Because at the same time and at the same day, you never know. Um, Let me go in the chat. I know I'm missing some people. Let's see. I appreciate that, Gigi. Thank you. The best gifts in life are free. Friendship is one of those gifts. And sometimes it ain't free. Being a friend ain't free. Time is more precious than money. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying time is more precious than money. And we have to value people's time. Like I said, I don't know what y'all heard me in the beginning, but the fact that you all come in the chat, the fact that you all type, the fact that y'all working your lives, you're working your chicken, you're working your homestead, you're driving, you commute, you're spending time with family, and you come in just to say, "What's up, Eco? What's up, chat?" I appreciate that time. I respect that time, and I respect you, and I appreciate you. I love you for that. Brenda says it's hard to find a good friend in the bad times, but you have a lot of friends in the good times. Yes, if you have the good friends in the bad times, hold on to them. They are rare. Yeah. And some people say you have associates. Don't confuse associates as friends. We have to make our own determination what's friends. Sometimes do we use that word loosely? It's kind of like the word love. When somebody tell you they love you, then we say, well, there's levels to love. Love is love. For me, um, lust is different from love, but love is love. Desire, sexual desires are different from love to me. But the English language, the not just the English language, but the multiple languages. They say I can't think of the one I was thinking about. The Greek language was quite complex too. They had interchanging words that meant certain things, and it's interesting seeing how this thing called life unfold. What's up, family man? Bless up to you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Hope y'all having a great afternoon. Hope everything is going well. And I hope life is treating you good. Time, Mazik says, time is more precious than money. Facts. All day long. All day long. And as I see time fleeting, I'm really respecting time. And who am I to say time fleeting? Because there's some kids. I'm looking at the news. I see kids no longer here. I see elderly no longer here. I see middle aged, young adults, preteens, and teens. We all don't know. That's why time is more precious. That's why you get paid. You get paid for your time and effort. But your time is more precious than anything. Hold on to those. Man, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What's up, Ashley Law, man? Bless up, my brother. Bless up to you, man. Matter of fact, that's one of my friends. Gigi, one of my friends. Oh, I love all y'all. And you got those lifetime friends, you know. Um, and my question is in the chat: can a friend lose his status? Can a friend lose his status, or do you think friends are moments in time, or you think they are forever, or can it be a combination of both? I'm just curious. Y'all put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. Is a friend has a timeline, um, or is a friend forever, or is there certain periods in your life where certain people pose as a friend? Gigi, you're right. To doesn't cost anything. It don't cost anything for the effort. Yep. Not monetary. It don't cost anything. I'm curious. What y'all thoughts in the chat? Y'all put it in the chat for me. And I want to tell you, welcome on in. And if you don't mind, please be sure to hit that like. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe. I know this is a little bit different live, but felt it on my heart. I just want to talk about I just thought about friends, you know. I thought about relationships. I thought about a lot of different things that's going on. What's up, Juicing with Jay? Man, many blessings to you. My brother from all the way over there in Cali. What's going on? I hope you doing well. I hope life is treating you well. I hope life is being bountiful in your presence. I know you bless a lot of people and continue blessings upon you and blessings upon your head because you are a blessing to the world. D Jackson, some are for a season, some are for life. Hmm. So D Jackson says some friends are only for a period of time, and then some friends are for life. And we don't never can never determine a life friend until life is over with, right? So let's stop putting all of this pressure on ourselves and our friends, y'all. You don't know because you ain't finished with life. Why put that pressure on a friend? Why put that pressure on yourself as a friend if it's seasonal or if it's moments in time? Cherish those moments in time. Hold those moments in time. And if the disagreements happen, who says you can't amend and come back together over a period of time? It ain't over until it's over with, right? G Hud, what's going on? What's up? Bless up to you. Bless up to you. Friend, Belinda says friends can come and go with the season of your life you're in. Yeah, man. I seen times where I've been in my wits end. I done burnt both ends of the candle. And to me, a friend stepped on in. I probably couldn't call that person right now, but if I saw him, I would embrace him. I would love him. I would hug him, right? But he was a blessing to me, right? And I still consider him as my friend based on the action that he took in that short period of time. You know, that person may change over the years. I can't talk about all of that stuff to the side, but what I can talk about is my interaction with that individual, right? And you're absolutely right, Belinda. Veggie in here, what's up? Urban Garden Chronicles, what's going on? Good afternoon to you. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Um, let's see. Gigi says, I'm not sure they can come back. Hmm, not sure they can come back. So there's no amends, huh? Once it's done, once the light off, it's off, right? Well, I mean, you have to make that determination. You have to make that determination on what you decide to do and how you decide to do it. You have to also make a valuation of what they brought to your life, you know. My thing is we all have to take that examination of, you know, whether they do something to maybe disappoint you or hurt you or cross you, and you feel like, hey, they do it, they done it, you know. Belinda, she's laughing. Um, Miss D's Harleywood Garden says both. Some friends have a season of 60 years. Mm, wow, season of 60 years. That's deep. That's deep, and that's somebody who has experienced that. Put that type of detail on that. Juice J say I spoke my mind about a situation with a friend. He took offense to the conversation. Haven't spoken since. Lessons learned. If we can't have conversation and agree to disagree, we are not friends. Juice and J, you tapped into some of my when I tried to give my little definition, my little notes. I said friends, they shares a bond of mutual affection, trust, and support, and they engage with agreeable activities. You know, they encourage each other. They also work through misunderstanding. You know, they're not just acquaintances and fly by night. Um, Sometimes people can quickly, in this day and age, and this is why I want to have this conversation because I watch so many people. It's so easy to be like unfriend, block, or disengage. But shouldn't friendship go through something? No different between a relationship. Shouldn't it be tested? Shouldn't it build that trust system? Shouldn't it build some type of texture and foundation? You know what I'm saying? What if I'm having a hellified day and my friend just got some bad news and they may deal with it totally different from where I deal with it. They may lash out with anger and frustration. And they may be even out of their character, right? Because of some tragedy that happened in their life or something meaningful happened in their life. And I picked the right time and the right moment because I'm telling you, you got this other element. There's spirits in life. There's positivity spirits. There's negative spirits. And don't believe for 1 second, that negative spirits won't align you at the right time to mesh with that person, whether it's intimate with your relationship, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family members. They'll cook that thing up real right where the two come together and it's kind of like what we call friction, lightning and thunder. But lightning and thunder is necessary for rain. Rain is necessary for saturation, development, and growth. My friend said, New Edition said, can you stand the rain? You know, if you got a friendship and like Juicing with Jay in his comment just talked about, it get tested and it crumbles apart just like that. Be careful before you put that in that category of a friend. You know what I'm saying? Test it. Got to be tested. Got to be tried. Got to be true. You know. But even remember, I keep saying in the great book where the written in the book was the savior of life said, couldn't you just wait? Couldn't you just hold up and wait with me? I'm about to lose my life. And I felt like y'all let me down. And later on lost his life. But he came back and still lifted up his friends. So where does the forgiveness come in at, y'all? I know there's levels to things and hurt and pain, but you can only answer that. I couldn't answer that to save my life in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's something you got to do. You know. Garden is great. Said true friend except for who? You are flaws and all. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, we are. A lot of us are jacked up. We as human, we jacked up. Yeah, look at us. Look at us. And don't let that two-letter word come into your life sometimes when you have an expectation. It's called no. Nope. Will you? Nope. Can you? Nope. Cut you off. They done. They done. You know, friends got to get deeper than that, man. You know, Eco, I really don't agree with that. Eco, man, you were dead ass wrong. You know, you're wrong for that. I'm just gonna be straight up tell you, man. What are you talking about? Dang, man. I can be all in my feelings. But one thing about something that a friend has no power over is a thing called truth. Truth is like a two-edged sword. It cuts as it goes in and it cuts as it goes out. And it pierces your soul. And all that friend was a delivery. I'm just delivering this. But you're gonna have to process it. And that cutting tool is gonna touch your core and touch your soul. And I might simmer, I might boil over, I might go over off into the wilderness and sit in my chair. And eventually I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my soul and with my mind and with my state of ability. And I'm gonna hear that voice. And when that voice comes, I'm gonna have to answer it or run away. And a lot of us, man, what we doing, we running away. We don't want to face that thing, man. We just running. Gigi says, Calibro sounds like a fair weather friend. Friend to me. Yeah. I mean, people drop you in a heartbeat. And that's why I want to have this conversation because I'm like, things finna get tough, y'all. Things are getting real screwy. There's no way in the world you riding on this train or in this motor car and you don't watch a couple of boats fall off and you don't watch a couple of things happen and you don't think that streetcar, that boat ain't gonna leak. I mean, We see it, man. We see disruption. We see a lot. You say, well, it's always happened, but let me tell you something. It used to happen every 10 years, every 15 years, or every. Uh, it wasn't every year. It wasn't every month. It wasn't every time you flipped on the TV. It was people are stressed. They frustrated. They vocal. They emotional, and they are burning inside. And eventually, it's gonna come to a head when we watch situations where people are in leadership roles. And I ain't talking about just no presidency or nothing like that. I'm talking about everyday leaders of companies, your managers, your bosses, and they all emotional and they all doing things like on a social media, like on a reality TV show. They running businesses like a reality TV show. They running corporations. They running government. They running organizations as a theatrical situation. We watching lawmakers get all like they're acting like where's the script? What are we doing? What's going on? That can't keep happening, y'all. And I'm saying we're gonna need to stop being so as our leaders are, we're gonna have to really start bonding and fellowshipping with each other. We're gonna have to face some truths with each other. We're gonna have to have some conversations. And I get it. Sometimes you do have to block some people. Sometimes you do have to cut some people off. I'm not talking about those situations, but I'm talking about there's some times where we be like, whoa, no, that's kind of quick and abrupt. Let me have a conversation with that person because I felt like that was kind of out of character to that person. Let me have a sit down conversation with that person. Or let me send a time or set up a Zoom meeting or something like that because we got all the tools to make it happen. Let me sit down and because I cherish and we spent months upon months or years upon years fellowshipping with each other, encouraging one another. I'm talking about situations like that, and you get something not quite off right. Some folks got diabetes. Some people sugar low. You don't even know it. That person's sugar low, and they might just pop off. And my question is, isn't your friend more valuable than just erasing or blocking for this or that? If you say I don't want no drama in your life in my life, yeah, you're gonna have some drama, or unless you just go ahead and get on up out of here. I mean, that's just like a plant. You put it in the ground, it's gonna have dry days, it's gonna have rainy days, it's gonna have sun, it's gonna be beat down with sun. Some days it's gonna be beautiful days. Some days insect gonna or caterpillar gonna get on the leaf, gonna eat you away. Sometimes wood rot gonna have you gonna have opposition. Opposition gonna have your way. But why not have a friend that can help you along the way? Sometimes I seen times like recently, Shaka wasn't feeling well, but just for me to come over there and get in the pen with Shaka and talk to Shaka, I watch his countenance, and this is a dog. I watch his countenance just pick up, the hurt in his eyes start to lift, and I could see the swell in his eyes being like, "Thank you so much," even though we can't talk with each other, but we somehow communicate with each other. Now that's a dog. We are humans. We are human beings. And if a dog can feel that and we claim we more intelligent, we claim we more of a higher sense of being, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Is that seasonal tree? What's up, seasonal tree? How you doing? Good afternoon. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming in. G Hud says a lot of people don't know how to agree to disagree. Yeah. And this is the thing, G Hud, you are speaking so correct. Now, that's why we got to be more patient right now. And I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna agree with me on this, but we need to be more patient because with our youth, we need to be more patient. All them old heads ain't talking about them, but with our youth, we need to be more patient. Most of our youth does not have not had the experience with social interaction, with one-on-ones, with face-to-face. Most of our youth, and especially if they are entering into adulthood around 2020, I've supervised and managed people who have never came into a work environment. never had to sit at a desk or sit at a cubicle, never had to come in to a real life meeting. And then we want to hold them to the same level of when we grew up. No, some of them have not developed or learned that. So guess what you're going to have to do? You got to be patient with them. So now I'm talking to some of your young friends because all these 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, you need to diversify your friends. If everybody 80 and 90 years old and you 80 and 90 years, you might be in a little trouble. Or all of y'all have one of them got diabetes, one of them got this, and one of them got that, and that's all your friends, that's all your network. You might be in a little trouble. You know, we got to diversify just like our funds, just like our investment portfolios, just like a lot of different things with our friends, y'all. We need to have age groups all over the place. We need to support our youth and be patient with them. Cause we did the same, some stuff we did far worse. Some of these some of these youth are far less. Now, one thing about some of the youth, they go passion, they go hard, but that can come at a cost. So we need to be patient with them and trying to show them and develop them. I understand your passion. I get it. I know you love a certain topic, a little certain situation. But let me give you a different perspective. Let me share with you something a little bit different and be open minded. You know what I'm saying? Patience is kind, it's loving, it's forgiving, right? So that means you're gonna have to go through some hurt. You're gonna have to go through some hurt. Everybody speaking. Gigi said my friend would have to do a lot more than disagree with me to end a relationship. Man, who wants somebody to agree with you every single freaking time, man? Who wants somebody to be like, who wants a yeser person? If you want a yeser person, just make a lot of money and throw it around. If you want somebody to just always agree with you, just go ahead and get on your game, make a lot of cheese, and just throw it around. You can get that. You can get that. You'll get that all around you. You know, you can get that. Is that Be Rich? What's up, Be Rich? Man, thank you so much, man. Always supporting the channel. I appreciate you, man. Much love to you. What's up to you? Be Rich said, what's up, Eco in chat? Friendship goes both ways. It, it's up and down, but six have to put work in. It can be on. It can be one sided. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. We all got to put in some work, y'all. It can be one sided, but I don't know. Relationships or I don't know if you keep score really. And my thing is like this. I have no problem with helping and supporting somebody. Just for instance, say if I had a friend who was single dad, single mom, whichever one, and trying to do the best they can, got 3 and 4 jobs, and I'm well to do. You know, I've my career is well, I'm financially sound, and I find myself giving my friend quite a bit of cheese. I feel myself giving my friend far more than my friend gives me. I ain't keeping no score. I respect the connection. I respect the relationship. And if my friend didn't do the same thing when they're in that situation, sometimes you just got to be, this is me. This is what I do. This ain't about you and what you do. But some of us, we can't even keep a relationship like that. Some of us have never heard of anything like that. I'm just giving, giving, giving to this person. But once again, what's your value system? What's your value system, y'all? Some people, they don't respect people's time. They feel like, hey, you ain't over there doing nothing. I'm calling you. Go, come over here and do this or do that, or babysit this or do this or do that. They ain't respecting your time. Yeah. Some people put money over time. Some people be like, okay, this person went by the hospital, sat here for me for 6 hours. This person, after I got out of the hospital, sat here and did this and went and answered the phone and filled out my bills and set up my medication and called in and made sure this. Some people don't respect time. Some people don't have a value system on time. They be like, well, this person ain't did nothing, but that person did all that stuff. And just because the dollars don't roll in we feel like this person, on the other hand, then given a bunch of money and paid my rent, then took care of my car payment. I was out of work and did this, and then we value that friend high because they done did that. They feel like that's the ultimate sacrifice. But this friend that been here, made telephone calls, and made sure I went to the doctor, make sure I'm good, then rolled me over, then washed my crack and all of that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Both of them are friends. Both of them are beneficial, but one shouldn't succeed the other. And that time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes money can't save you. Sometimes you just sick. Sometimes you can't lift your head up. And then you get a person to come in and everybody else will be like, Lord, 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 you looking about half dead there, Eco. Look like you ain't gonna pull it through. My prayers with you. I'm praying for you, bro. I'm praying for you. And and Lord knows, boy, what did you do? Boy, you looking sick, you looking pukey, you looking weak, boy. What's going on with you? You losing the coloration of your skin. Oh my God. And then you get one person come in and be like, boy, your head ain't never looked that big, boy. Your body done drawed up, boy, you look like a crackhead. And I'm laying in the bed and I go, the next thing you know, I'm coughing. Next thing after I'm coughing up phlegm. Next thing you know, my chest get better. Next thing you know, my immune system get better. Next thing you know, I'm looking for this cat to come in and say something stupid again. Man, value is something. If we take the time and look at it, man, we can value and cherish relationships and stop putting our expectations on how somebody should be on others. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it get clouded at. I'm about here dead and you here making jokes. They're making jokes when you met them. They're making jokes. They's a jokester. Matter of fact, that's why you're around them. But you know, we get in our funk sometimes. We get the not even smelling, we get the stinking so bad we don't even smell it no more. And then we walk around and then we want to hold people to a high standard what we really are. But you know, it is what it is. Gardner's Great said true friend accepts your flaws and all they get you. True friend accepts your flaws and all they get you. And okay, and all they get you, I think that's what you're saying. And all in all they get you. I mean, they understand you. They know how you operate, how you work. You know what I'm saying? And they appreciate your company, you know. They appreciate your fellowship. Juicing what Jay said exactly. And the test was a failure. Well, hey, I will encourage test people. Yes. If you hang around people long enough, the test will come. Life will present a test in itself. For real. Test will come within itself. What's up, Veggie? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Bill's backyard garden. What's going on, Bill? I think that a lot of times when we find out a friend isn't really a friend, if we look back, the signs were there, but we gave them the benefit of the doubt and found out the hard way. I say lesson learned until you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Benefit of a doubt, I get it. And it's one of those things where every time we go through something and it creates pain or it creates hurt, we should learn something from it, or we should at least reflect on it and figure out what triggered the hurt and what triggered the pain. Belinda says, I had a friend tell me that she was no longer a friend to someone she had been a friend to over 20 years because that person had nothing to offer her. That goes back with that time, I think, Belinda too, in chat. You can have a friend. Like I got a few friends that I grew up with back home. I love them to death, and we've helped each other. We encouraged each other, and I'm I'm there with that friend. I'm there. That friend called me right now. I'd be like, "What's going on? What's up?" And if I'm able to do for that friend, I will do it in a heartbeat, right? Um, but our frequency in interacting has grown apart due to us changing as developing individuals. We still friends. I still consider him my friend. I still consider a couple of them my friends. But our development and growth we've just changed as people. And although we changed as people, my love, my willingness to listen, my willingness to be there for that person is still there. Ain't nothing changed. But our frequency with interacting has changed. And it's just because we just have matured into different individuals. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And it's okay to still accept that as your friend. Because I feel like if I needed something, he would be there for me. If I say, hey, this is what's going on, man. Going through this, he'll be there for me. So there's levels to everything. Everything. But like I said, I just thought it was an interesting conversation about as we push on because we got people who are gonna be going through a lot of situations, and I'm listening day after day after day after day, and I just keep reflecting. What can I do to help some people who might be going through these challenges? Like we talk about recessions and different stuff like that. If we go through another recession, what some of the things that I could say to that helped me when I went through recession? I would say my network, my circle of friends, my family members, my support system. Because money didn't pull me out of it. Because there's a thing that kind of connects when you, as a man, lose your career, then you lose your finances, then you lose your confidence, then you lose your some of your desire, then your health starts to decline, and it's like a domino effect. And then I say, whoa, when you in your muck of your muck, when you're a single mom, when you about to get evicted, you don't work so hard to get your kids over here, and you just got an email, and then you only got 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe a day or two to finish up and clean out your office, or finish up and no longer work there. And then you done put yourself out there, you done accepted this lease agreement, or you got into a mortgage, and now without this funding, you can't make it. And now your kids are now finally settled. You've been bouncing around and finally got them in a good school system. You done battled with the school, got them in a good teacher. You done paired them up. You done got good counselor. You got everything aligned, and then something comes and shake the pot. And then what typically happens is you start stressing and you start trying to frantically find solutions and find ways. And then your health starts to deteriorate. Your mental strength starts to deteriorate. You start eating good. You start resting well. And it's a domino effect of different things. And when all those things kick off, guess what happens? You need help, and you need that lifeline of something to pull you up and to pull you over, right? And when something that you need so dearly happens to you, your friends, your family, your support system is rock, that rock that allow you not to seep so deep, not seep so low. And you gotta know, and you gotta depend on it. So Bill says, so right about humans being jacked up, laugh out loud. Someone said,
Hey,
what's up, babe?
sorry I'm late, but I don't regret it. Hi guys. Hi everybody.
What's up, Gigi?
I had to stop and see the grandbaby.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So Bill's backyard garden says, so right about humans being jacked up. Laugh out loud. Someone said all humans are trash. You just have to decide if you're going if you are a dumpster fire or a compost. My friend Bill. Gigi friend Bill. Hey, it's a perspective. That's all I'm saying. It's a perspective. You know what I'm saying? Woo woo. Hollywood said 100. Um, Gigi says this time it is hinted different for sure. Yeah. Season of the Tree say I agree totally. Different. It's different, y'all. Stuff is different, man. Oh, here we go, Gigi, about this soy. It's more than men eating soy, Gigi. That's all I'm gonna say. More than men eating soy. Uh, Juicy with Jay said, I'll be in the bushes leaving the office. Peace and blessing. Hey man, safe travels, man. Safe travels. Whether you're walking, biking, or driving. Safe travels to you. Yeah, Gigi, this conversation is hitting different. Belinda said, so true. Not a good time to be in customer service rep or in billing. It's gonna get tough, y'all. And 911 dispatchers, Belinda, you 911, customer service, collections, auditing, um, rental companies, furniture rentals, uh, credit card companies, banking, repo drivers. They may be financially good, but they go through emotions too. But I'm just saying, it's gird yourself up, y'all. Build your ecosystem of love, fortitude, and support. Can you live with your friend? Put it in the chat. Can you live with your friend right now? If you had to call up a friend and just say, I need to stay with you for about 90 days. Put in the chat, say, would you let them in? Put yes or no. If one of your friends call you, say, I need to live with you for about 90 days till I get back on my feet, would you let them in? Put it in the chat, yes or no. Urban Chronicle says, hey, Miss D, and anyone I missed dropping seeds before the sun sets. Don't drop them seeds. Don't forget to water them. I don't block anymore because God is preparing a table before me in the presence of enemies. All praises. All praises due. All praises due. Cynthia, how you doing? Cynthia Murray, good afternoon to you. Welcome to May and welcome to Eco Neighbors channel. Thank you. Thank you. Season 3 said, I believe true friends don't agree about everything. I don't see how you can. Now, unless you got one of them AI virtual friends. I don't even think AI would agree with you. Even what's her name? Alexa don't even agree with you. Alexa will set you straight. I heard it. Not that I got one. Not that I use Alexa, but I hear Alexa talking to some people. Man. even Alexa said, contrary to belief. Yes, yes, yes. Season 3 said, wow, that speaks volumes. They don't understand in-person interaction. No. A lot of our youth, they haven't had that experience. And I'm not just saying that. I'm serious. I mean, imagine you graduated in 2019, whether it's college or high school. Imagine you graduated, you enter into the workforce, and you enter the work field, and your first job was virtual. And all the way up to 2024, you've been virtual, or 2024, they want to call you back into the office. And you've been working for the last 4 years virtually. And prior to that, you went to online schooling. Prior to that, you did gaming, you did social media, and when your mom and your dad or whoever or your grandparents was at work, every time you need to get occupied, they gave you a tablet or iPad or laptop or cell phone. I watch so many young kids on the cell phone, they can work it better than me. I'm talking about babies. I'm talking about babies. They come out. My grandbaby came out being able to tap and slide and swipe. And that's conditioned learned behavior. So my question is, you spent the last 20 years online and now you're 24 and now you're asking me, giving me an ultimatum like, I need you here. And you talking about they should know office etiquette. They should know what to do. They should know how to be interpersonal skills. They should know how to come to meetings, how to interact, they distance, they this, they that, and we trying to hold them to this level of somebody who grew up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Come on, that ain't fair. That ain't right, and that ain't fair. And we lack patience in interacting with them instead of being experienced, instead of being with wisdom, with knowledge, and being patient and walking them through those processes, and even going online, building tutorial and training systems that they can learn how to interact and know how to engage. I did a manual about networking because as a manager, uh, my job at that time was nothing but interacting with people across the state of Florida. And I was noticing everybody that I was hiring, because I love their creativity, I love their outward thinking. The majority of my staff was under 26. And with them being under 26, I noticed they didn't know about networking, they didn't know about interact. So I wrote a PDF, a manual, and a training about how to network, about networking, because we would go out and do events and we would do shows and trade shows, and they could not. They would have panic attacks. They would be stressed out. They would call out to work. They wouldn't want to show up for trips. They wouldn't want to do nothing because sitting down and getting an understanding with them, I found out the networking piece was so stressful for them. Not only the traveling, to be in a foreign place, to be in an uncomfortable place, not in a way where vacation or vlog type situation. I'm talking about structured environment, because when you go on business trip, when you get there, you're around colleagues and business people when you're checking in, and so whether we like it or not, we put on these costumes and we get on this persona. They was excellent over the phone. They was excellent in virtual meetings. They was excellent in conducting trainings virtually, but when it came down to face, they were suffering. They were stressed out. They were deprived of creativity. They were so focused on not making a mistake, and they would break out in sweats, and hairs would stand up on they would drink a lot of water because of they had the skill set, they had everything, but they never had the experience with face to face interacting. So a lot of them, some of them, they would wear masks to kind of hide the way they felt. But people just don't realize that when you wear a mask, all you see are your eyes, and your eyes is windows to the soul. See, they don't know that. And so when you share your eyes, you actually see more than other facial features, because other facial features can lie, but the eyes don't lie. The eyes will tell the truth. And a lot of them, because they ain't never had the interaction, they don't even know that. But the old school people will pick them apart. So when it came down to negotiating and doing deals and trying to get the best opportunities, they were not winning. Why they weren't winning? Because they weren't used to the social skills. So having those opportunities to interact, to meet, to greet face to face, and having those exchanges and being in those environments, that was critical to them advancing and doing well. And I keep saying, when this AI perfects itself and starts to grow and start to expand, you're going to have a unique skill set. And it's probably going to have to be more of an in-person versus anything that can be done virtually. They don't need you. Anything that you can virtually do, y'all, they don't need you. They're going to need expertise, hands-on. They're going to need people who can interact face-to-face. They're going to need those pieces, because those are going to be unicorns in the future. Those that can have a conversation, hold a conversation, have a respectable conversation, who can interact, who can have some heartfelt interaction, and can do problem solving and good it with their hands, and can create ideas and have creativity. Creativity is the key, because everything else is going to copy behind it. Everything else is going to emulate behind it. Those are going to be the ones who's going to be ahead of their game, and the ones that are compartmentalized, tucked away, off in their little zone, they're gonna build a machine to do what they do. So I just want to encourage you all to talk to the youth, interact with the youth, do game day, do game night, be intentional about doing face-to-face interactions with our youth, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna develop their skill set, and then invite some strange people sometimes, not strange like that, but some people that you've known for a long time that are good people. Invite them to maybe some of the game nights so they can learn how to interact with people that they don't know or they wouldn't ordinarily interact, and do it with different age groups. And when you implement that with different age groups, you're going to build a skill set. You're going to, not only will they be knowledgeable what they already know, but they will be able to build upon that interpersonal skill, which will be so instrumental in separating them from the masses. So you can have your doctorate all you want to, but if you can't interact and communicate face to face, you're going to be struggling. You're really going to be struggling. Renaissance Grandma, what's up? What's going on? 1, repent. 2, find your true, real friends now. Have each other's back. 4, pray and keep God first no matter what. You heard it there? I didn't say it. My Renaissance grandmama, she broke it all the way down. All the way down. All day, every day. Jones, true. What's up with you? Jones, true. With the truth in all caps. Jones said, I speak the truth. I am the truth. Because I live by the truth. I'm just talking, Jones. That's just me talking, okay? Seasonal tree. All relationships are work. If it's one-sided, it's not a relationship. Relating on a ship. Have you ever been in an apartment with somebody? Or have you ever stayed with somebody? Maybe a week on a business trip with somebody? See, back in days, when you used to go on a business trip, the companies weren't all luxuries like they used to be. Now some of them were, don't get me twisted, but the majority of your everyday blue-collar worker, you had to share the room with your co-worker when you're on business trips. I hated it. Boy, I hated that. And it don't matter who your business co-worker was. I'm not even gonna name some names, and one of them, God bless it. So, but I had no idea that somebody can play an instrument with their backside. I had no idea when they slept that somebody could play the national anthem with their backside. But anyway, yeah, we can't be one-sided. You got to be able to be in a closed, confined environment and be able to fellowship and get along and get it together, y'all. Mayzie, I'm that kind of person to do for others without expecting anything in return. My husband tells me to watch out because people will use you. And I'm not saying people should use you, but I get that. I understand. Some of us, we all are different. Some of us are consumers. We feed on feedback. And this is the thing, y'all. You cannot have one sense of being. And that's one of the things that scares me about with a lot of religion. We're not robots. We all built different. I'm not talking about all religion. I'm talking about some religion. And I'm talking about my experiences. I'm not talking about your experiences. I'm not denouncing anything. I'm not rejecting anything. But one of the things that used to really frustrate me is that there's nothing wrong with a taker. There's nothing wrong with a taker. That's just like electricity. You have a female who is the receptor, and then you got a plug. But the connection won't happen without the two. You got one that gives a lot, ones that gives a lot, then you got ones that receive a lot. There's nothing wrong with it, but there still should be balance. Sometimes the receiver got to go outside of their way of doing things and be the receiver. I mean, the giver got to sometimes go outside of their way and receive sometimes. Get over themselves and humble themselves and receive sometimes. And then the person that receives got to be able to give sometimes. It's just life. It's just balance. It's just balance. You got your friend knocking at the door, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. They knocking in the door, and then you know that they got things that always be popping off over there, and they live next door to you, and you don't feel like getting up, and you be like, "What is it this time?" You don't say it, but you're thinking in your head. You're laying in the bed. You just want to go to sleep because you got a long day tomorrow. You don't want to get up. But you know what a friend does? The friend just go ahead and grimace and get up and answer the door and let their friend in. I ain't talking about no emergency situation, but I'm talking about you got them friends. Some of them friends, they just they just like that. You know what I'm saying? They just some of the friends, some friends can be aggravating and they very needy. But it's okay because if you're a giver, you flourish in that. You know, people that give a lot, if they can't give, they don't feel whole. They don't feel solid. And for those that give, notice that that's their communication of love. They're givers. So go ahead, if as a friend, accept it. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And I know you flourish when you give, you know. But then you that friend to protect. Hey, babe. I wouldn't advise you to do that because this. But now I know you're the giver, but just understand if you keep giving to this person, this could happen. And that friend said, I understand, I got it, but I gotta give them just on this one time. And then you be like, okay, I told you, I warned you. That's still a friend, y'all. It's still a friend. It's still a friend. Um, Justin J said, I found out my friends were when I was down and out in 2022 and 2023. Tests was so improved. Tests was so improved. Yeah, it was so improved. And in the end of the day, that's what friends are for them times when you need them. And whether we like it or not, um, we all on this planet, we all in this place to be used, right? If you don't want to be used, you're just selfish. Bottom line, you go to a job. What are they doing? They're using your talent. You go work. You pay all. You work all that week, and then you take your check. You give it to your kids. I mean, that's the cycle of life, y'all. I mean, I don't know what kind of false settled type presence we had. Every dollar I get, I got to give it back. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you said lesson learned. Gardening is great. Said listen in the bushes. I appreciate you listening in the bushes. You ain't gonna have to listen too long. I'm fixing to get ready to get out of here. I've been on here far longer than what I wanted to, but I just wanted to kind of spark and maybe just get you thinking about life and thinking about your journey in life and thinking about what you're doing and thinking about um, just where you are right now. You know. And then also, I want you to think about your friend. Check on your friend. Call your friend. See how your friend doing. And be intentional with your listening to your friend. Be intentional with trying to be there for your friend. And if you can, go by and see your friend. Go by and spend a little time. Laugh out loud, Gigi. He ain't claiming me. He said that's you. I claim you 2 bills. I claim you 2 bills. I just can't handle too many. Y'all. You and Gigi, huh? Yeah. I got. Some medicine you gotta take in doses. You know what I'm saying? Droplets. Gotta take in droplets. Shy came out of the woods off of that one. Yeah, I know. I know. That's my friend Shy right there. Um, Let me go to the chat. AI will tell you about you. Yeah, you better believe it. Nope, not 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 a help them with rent. You want to help them with rent? Well, sure. Yeah, we all got a standard. We all got a standard. You ain't helping with rent, huh? Well, let me make sure. Oh, sure, I gotta take you off my to call just in case I need rent. Come on, I had you on that list just in case. Okay. All right. I took you off shy. I'll call you for something else though. I call you. Not living with me. I help them. Okay. So you no good to go for that. Um, Eco, those are great points on in person interaction. Yeah, it's real. So ain't nobody letting nobody stand with them. It sound like I don't see nobody. Oh Lord, you say I can't. What you mean by you can't? mean, if your friend needed you, you mean you can't? Okay. If people are laughing and stuff, they wide eyed and stuff. Ain't nobody saying, yeah, I let them come. Come on, stay. Barely want to share the rental car. Mm. Yeah, Bay. I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna share it with y'all, but this back in the days, One day I'm gonna share with y'all some of my interaction with these stars. Now they then got older now, but back then it was crazy. I used to do a lot of um, promotion type events back in the days in the early 2000s. But one time we was in New Orleans, right? I'm telling you, when you be out there hustling for that dollar, boy, you be going to get it. But rest in peace to my good friend Russell, man. Much love to you, Russell, man. I'm always gonna remember. I always won't forget you, and especially this night. But I remember me and my good friend, we was promoting. We had an event, so we had a booked event downtown in downtown New Orleans, in the the Hilton downtown in New Orleans. This is prior to the flood, and around 2002, somewhere around there. And I remember we had like a 3 day event, and we interrupted Magic Johnson event. He always have it during Essen Festival. This was during the Essen Festival week, and we interrupted that, not intentionally, but we end up booking, and we separated his event that is always pretty much there. And it's like we booked like 3 stories in this gigantic hotel downtown New Orleans, and my friend Russell and another friend, the one that was kind of like the brain of the operation to make all this happen. I wanted those 2 friends to connect because both of them was ambitious and both of them was gold hustlers and this and that. And so we was traveling on I-10, and my friend lived further west on I-10, closer to the Mississippi line and Alabama line. And so we stopped, and we all in unison. We was probably about 5, 6, 7 cars deep. We all flying, and my friend, he leading the pack. He break. I mean, well, he speeding, and then he knew all the speed. He break it down. He slow down, and then my friend, both of them, I wanted to meet, but my friend, he kind of like a Leo type of I got this type thing, you know what I'm saying? And it was like oil and water the whole trip. So be careful when you say friend meeting another friend that you don't know. Sometimes you just keep them at bay. You know what I'm saying? I learned something from that. So here I am trying to connect these 2 friends together, and we drive and we going, we getting going to Louisiana, and trying to get there so we can get started with the street team and start get the flyers going. We already had some radio interviews and some bunch of stuff because we had an event for Shaquille O'Neal, and Shaquille O'Neal, he was having his event, and we interrupted this event, which was Magic Johnson, and we put Shaquille O'Neal in the middle of it. Man, it was crazy. But anyway, so here we are. We driving, and my friend, I noticed we all in line, and my friend, he had had some technology, and he knew all the spots to slow down and speed up and all the speed traps and stuff. And so he started breaking it down. But the whole time when he was flying, my friend kept like, I got this. He always bragged to me. I always go back and forth to Louisiana all the time. I always go to the Big East. He was from New York, right? But he moved down south years ago. And and my other friend, he from Fort Myers. He actually was like Deion Sanders' first cousin. And we riding, right? And we riding in the caravan. And my friend, I'm looking over, and he said, "Man, what your boy doing?" My friend driving. I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Look at your boy. He was at the last car, but now he coming. He just coming. He just coming." And I'm like, "Russell, what you doing, man?" And he got that he got that four. What did he have? A Benz? He had a Benz or 4Runner. I couldn't remember which one this was at that time. But he was just coming. He was just coming. And then my friend looking at him like, what is he doing? And so next thing you know, he passes my friend in the car. He leading the caravan. He just drive. He just drive. And then next thing you know, um, my friend get a little competitive. They both ego tripping. You know, they both strong. Next thing you know, he passed, and then he gets second, and then my friend started breaking it down because he said, right here, you gotta be careful, right up in here. And here go my friend Russell. He comes speeding around, and lo and behold, whoop, 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 my friend didn't see him, and he ride. He get faster, and we like, what is he doing? And now the police is kind of aggressive a little bit. He going side to side, and I know my friend. He blasting that radio. I already know. Next thing he pull over, and now we waiting for about an hour for my friend to get a ticket ready. And so we wait. What's up, Season Tree? Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. News we can use and shit. I appreciate that. So that wasn't the end of the story. Let's fast forward. We end up getting to New Orleans, finally get there. My two friends, they kind of had some exchange of words or whatever. Then we get there and we get changed, we get booked in, and we meeting and greeting. And, I get a chance, Raven, Simone, Jill Scott. I'm meeting all kinds of people. This is my first time at an event like this. And I was just we were just starting. This is the beginning of our promotion thing, right? And I'm me interacting with people, and my friend coming there in his very peacock outfit, and my other boy is like, "What is he doing, man? We gotta get out here and hit these streets. We gotta pass out these flyers. We gotta go and hit the streets." And he was like, "He can't be where we going in New Orleans. He can't be walking around like no peacock. I'm trying to tell you." And make a long story short, he got in a little confrontation when we were doing street. Lo and behold, we spend the night. Guess what happened? All of us ain't got but 3 rooms. 3 rooms, and it's about 18 of us. Grown men. And of course my friend and his wife and her friend, they had their own room. So guess who all had to sleep together? Me and Russell, got people on the couch, got people here, got people there. And that goes back into like, man, back in the days you do all kinds of stuff for friends. And that was my final time I ever slept with a man. I will never, ever. Matter of fact, in the middle of the night, I just went ahead and got down on the floor and just laid down. Cause it's like friends, man. The whole idea of that, I ain't questioning. I just knew we'd have our own room. I just knew all of this. I know that sometimes friends can do things, and your expectation level can be like here, and then their expectation could be right here, and their experiences could be here. But check this out. You got to go through the thick and the thin. So we all had choice of words, and lo and behold, I got more details to that story. I won't even belabor that. But them two friends, they bumped heads like there was never before, and I don't think they ever spoke to each other again. And that wasn't a good situation. So if you got some friends and they quite don't know each other, but then they got similarities, keep them away from each other. Keep away from each other. Just keep away from each other. And you be the friend for this one on that end, and you be the friend for that on that end. Now if they just so happen to meet, let it be organic. Don't let the two come together. So hey, just that's my word of wisdom for the day. But I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming on out. Appreciate y'all coming in on a pop up, right? And thank you so much for coming in. And I ain't gonna mess up that name. Yeah, 216. Yeah. I gotta make some more friends first or some. Yeah. Too many. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all coming in, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh my. That's too many people in three. Oh man, the smell. Everybody took a bath and it's still smelling. And the elevator stopped, and we was like on the 31st floor, and it stopped. Like there was two sets of elevators. You had to get on up to maybe the 16th floor or something like that. And then you had to exchange, and then go on up to another floor. And that night, this place was packed, man. Events were there. They had Temptation, the Four Tops. That was my first time ever seeing the live Temptations and the Four Tops, and wasn't supposed to be in that. That was like an NAACP meeting or something like that. But someone, this older woman, she was very wealthy. You could just see the diamonds blinding you. And I was working security during the event, and they would have multiple events all in this building. And she says, "Young man, I need an escort." And I was in a tuxedo and stuff, and she was like, "Can you escort me in?" And she had like bodyguards and everything. To this day, I don't know who this woman was, so I escorted her, and I walked her into a table to a place that we weren't even at that event. But she said, "Have a seat for a little while." So I sat down. I was supposed to be working, but I seen the Temptations, I seen the Four Tops, and let me tell you, their sound of their voice, TV, radio don't do them justice. But the energy in the air and the sound and the blending of their voice rings and touch your soul. And we may never ever get that kind of talent again, because you could hear the hurt in their voice, and you can hear the struggle and the pain, and you can hear the love. When they sung a ballad, it was like they were expelling every essence of their being. And I've been to a lot of concerts, but I ain't never been touched like that before. And I was like, wow. I was just simply off. But like I said, I'm finna get out of here. It's getting dark, and these bugs are popping. But y'all take care, and y'all stay blessed. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate the support. Hope y'all doing well. Y'all stay blessed. Stay committed to your friend. Stay friendly. Stay accessible. And make sure you continue to love each other. It's May, y'all. It's May. So welcome it on in and embrace it. And make this the best May that you ever have lived. May Z. Y'all take care. Take care now. Y'all stay blessed.